set. This is a 2 out of 3. I'm gonna analyze this set from Angler's perspective, so it's gonna be the Luigi's point of view, but obviously both characters will be discussed. So yeah, and also when I do this set review, I won't really answer any questions, and if we do get any subs or resubs, I will thank everyone afterwards. But yeah, I will get started. Luigi versus Peach. This is the second Luigi set, actually, on stream now that we're gonna do a set review from. The Luigi mains are on the grind. Alright, also before we start, I'm just gonna check so all the commands work. Alright, the frame stuff works. Alright, that looks like we're good to go then. Yeah, actually in this scenario, if Peach have a turnip out of, if she's holding a turnip and you attack with a short hop, you will get turnipped. Not the worst thing, but something to keep in mind for sure. These kind of positions from Peach, not as much at low damage, but I would say, for me personally, as a Peach player, I do not like these float heights versus Luigi. Luigi's up smash is really, really good. Just like sneak under and up smash. Normally, as Luigi, when you wave dash in, you want to do a very early up smash to like make sure you beat like an early aerial. Of course, the Peach can wait it out and attack you, so it's not like always go early with up smash. But something to keep in mind. This float height, traditionally, I do not like using it. And also, if you do think that the Peach will float and stay in the air, waiting for an early up smash, then it's really good to jump up with an aerial instead. So that's kind of the mix-up. If you think she falls down early, you up smash early. If you think she stays in the air, you jump aerial. And then, of course, it's a judgment call. Like, you can base it on like what has she done in the past. Most players tend to do one option like way more often than the rest. This kind of concept is really important against floaty characters. So when you hit floaties, especially Luigi actually, but it does apply to Peach, Puff, and yeah, other floaties as well. Like when you hit them and you want to extend your combo further, you need to see right away if you can continue the combo. If you can't continue the combo, it's normally not worth throwing out the second move, which you're doing here, because it whiffs and the Peach has an advantage. So it's really important to like really pay attention to when you can extend your combo and when you can't. Incredibly important. I can see the point of the fireball, but I don't really think these kind of fireballs will give you much. Even if you would land this one, I do not think you would actually get a follow-up from this. Like, the fireball is the right height to intercept the float. But yeah, even then, I'm pretty sure you would not get a punish. And if the Peach player reads/reacts to the fireball, she can sneak under and get a hit on you. So, fireballs, I wouldn't really recommend too much. Yeah, these are the floats that I was talking about as well. This easily could have been an up smash. I personally do not float above like very, very low ground pretty much ever, unless I'm forced to. I personally think that's the way to play the matchup as Peach. Yeah, another high float, another high float, another high float. Yeah. Nah, yeah. This Peach player does so much. You can get so much mileage from just like trying to sneak under him. Uh, so that's gonna be really important in the future. These type of scenarios as well. If Peach full hop throw a turnip, especially with a fast character like Luigi, this can also be a good time to just go under. As you can see here, now you're a bit too far away, but slightly closer, slide under, and maybe get even past Peach, like on the other side, and then like jump back here. Short up upper on certain height differences can be good as well. So that's also something to pay attention to. Now, like in this scenario, when Peach jumps with a turnip, you move back first, and then you go in, and now you're forced to shield, and that's an advantage for Peach. So either you need to get under before the turnip, like way before the turnip is about to fall down, or you should stay out of the range of the turnip entirely. This middle slot of being stuck in shield is the worst position you can be in. Because then Peach, either if you axe out of shield like you did here, you jump, and then you will lose to a fair, nair, or something like that. And if you stay in shield, well, then Peach have a float cancel on shield. So try to either get way past the turnip or get the hell out. I guess you didn't get punished for. Okay, you're jumping a lot out of shield already, I see. I'm sure it will come up soon again. And if it does, I'll show you. I'm not like a Luigi expert, but I kind of feel like saving your double jump is a pretty high priority as Luigi. Kind of like how Pew Pew recovers with Marv, saving double jump a lot. Especially since, yeah, Luigi's recovery is pretty mediocre. Ooh. Again, these float heights, either up smash as they come down, try to be barely out of range of Peach's aerial and then go in punish, or you stay out of it. Because being literally in range for Peach and being forced to shield, this will never give you anything good. This is not a good position for any character against Peach, really. Assuming she does have like at least like a decent float cancel. That was a good up smash. That was a good up smash. Yeah, that was the same concept as we talked about earlier. Peach having a turnip, full hop turnip. The thing is, you're almost doing the right thing here. If you went slightly further, that could have been good. But the fact you got hit by the turnip cost you like a potential good situation. Probably would not have worked here, but a lot of times if you get an aerial on Peach and you feel like I might get crouch cancel down smashed, buffer shield is normally a good idea. Like sometimes, for example, if I played against Foxes, let's say me against Mango, to keep it simple. So sometimes when Mango jumped in with a nair against me and I tried to crouch cancel down smash, he buffered shield and he managed to get the shield up before I down smashed. So especially as a character like Luigi, normally you don't get hit by too many down smash hits, right? I would say buffer shield after an aerial that you felt this was not the best type of aerial can be really good. Because if Peach down smash Luigi's shield, she will never get anything from it unless it's like a very small shield and it pokes. So buffer shield as you land can be good against Peach's down smash. Or Samus down smash, for example, as well. No, yeah, no. Stop with these fireballs. Stop with these fireballs. I feel like you have been shooting 4 or 5, gotten nothing out of them. I think for now, at the very least, you should like just not use them at all. Not in this matchup, at least. Also, you're very, very like jump heavy. I personally feel like Luigi should be way more grounded since your ground movement is much better than your aerial movement. So that's also something to like, keep in mind. Because once you are in the air, you're so much more limited since you can't drift left or right much at all. So yeah, keep in mind not full hopping as much as you do. Alright, so these type of scenarios, I haven't played this matchup too much, but I would assume it's pretty similar to this specific interaction in Peach Marth as well. So if Peach throws a turnip here, it's like two things you normally want to do as the Peach, which is either you float and do an aerial, which beats Luigi's wave dash in, or you pull another turnip, hoping that they do not attack. Maybe like run away slightly and pull a turnip, but that loses to attacking right away. So it's kind of like a 50-50, and some people might be like, oh, but why don't you always attack? Well, the thing is then you do lose having a turnip in neutral, which is a pretty good position for you to have in the first place. So, how do you say? To put it easily, if Peach thinks that you're going to attack, she will try to float forward and do an aerial. And if she thinks you're not going to wave dash through and do an attack, she will pull a turnip. So it comes down to you guessing as well. Which one will the Peach do? At least good Peaches tends to do one of these two options, I would say. You can see this a lot when I'm playing as Mewtwo King, for example. So to Luigi mains, Marth mains, and so on. That's like most of this mix-up. Predicting if Peach will attack or if she will pull a turnip, and then act accordingly. And as I said, if she pulls a turnip, attacking is the right action. If she floats forward and try and attack, then jumping out of shield could be a good thing. Trying to attack her as her move is like, finishing off, for example. So yeah. Yeah, and this also, as we talked about earlier, you jump out of shield every time. Now you got jab. It's not like a huge punish, but so far, File Smile has not been chasing a roll a single time. Rolls, I feel like rolls in Melee have this, how do you say? A lot of people see rolls as like the bad or scrubby option because new players tend to roll way too much. So it does have a bad reputation. But rolling away from like shield pressure is actually really good if you do it once in a while. You can see a player like S2J, for example. He does roll fairly often, but he picks his spot very well. So he gets away with his rolls almost every time against like practically every player. So rolls is really good. You just have to use them occasionally. Because even if I know, for example, that you will roll, I still have to make the guess if you will roll left or right. So you have to make a read within the read, more or less, to punish the roll. Yeah, I feel like some of these full hops are also like accidental wave dashes. At least that happens to me sometimes when I play Luigi. I almost never play the character, but when I do, so I feel like maybe that's what happened there. Alright, you got a pretty good punish though. Good backer. I feel like this is kind of like the slot you want to have when you try to edgeguard Peach as Luigi. Like, you are below Peach, but you also have some horizontal distance between the two characters. Some people, they get way too like close horizontally to the person they want to edgeguard. This is a pretty good spot. Like, you want to have them diagonally above you. So they have a hard time to get below you, but they also have a hard time to get past you. So this is a good slot. Peach falls down, and boom, backer. That was good. That was good. Oh, kind of the same thing there again with the second backer. Oh, sorry. Alright, so first backer, and then let's go forward. Yeah, kind of the same thing here. You see, like, diagonal. Not as much, not as much. It was almost like Peach got a little bit too close here, as we can also see by the trade. But still the same concept. Having them diagonally above you, really, really good. When H-Box edge guards with Puff, for example, you can often see him, especially against like more floaty-ish characters. You can also see him have that position diagonally below. So it's hard to get past like below or to the side / above. So yeah, positioning while edge guarding, really important. Ooh, that was really close. Yeah. Yeah, this Peach player seems to know that these type of scenarios when Luigi do fair, a lot of Luigis do like an air straight away. That's actually not really true. So the fair has to be like perfectly spaced, but even then it's like kind of hard to get away from your opponent because of your bad aerial mobility with the character. Or Luigi having bad aerial mobility is what I meant. Ooh, I feel like that's the second or third time where you do ledge dash, buffer roll. It's not a bad option, but as most things, you need to use it like occasionally. If you use it too much, then it gets worse. Especially against a character like Peach, actually, because down smash covering both left and right side. Alright, you went for up smash. It was the right attempt. Just like the wrong like execution / read. Ooh. Yeah. I feel like your play against turnips overall is like not only what we talked about, like getting under the turnip in time or not, but like here, like when Peach is throwing the turnip, she can't do anything for quite a while. So either it can be a good idea to hit really, really early, so you like hit through the turnip and Peach, since she's so close to the turnip right now, right? So even if you hit the turnip, you will most likely hit Peach as well, or you just pull back. It's these kind of like, how do you say, these situations where you're kind of like, should I do this? Should I not do this? You wait half a second extra. That's like what gives players like very bad situations or outcomes. Often you have to act right away, aggressively or defensively. Like waiting that half second is costing. Yeah, wait, that was a lot of damage. Oh yeah, that's also something we should talk about. This is so common with so many characters. Luigi, if you up throw like Yoshi as Fox, for example, fall down air right away. Or Samus from Fox's up throw, jump right away. These nairs are not necessarily bad, but an experienced player will often assume that you are doing the very traditional option. Like as we talked about earlier, of like knowing when you can continue a combo or not is so important. And here, you can't follow up with anything here as Peach. You don't have anything guaranteed. The only thing that might connect semi-reliably is Umbrella, but that doesn't give you anything. So I wouldn't even count that. So the Peach player, File Smile, he gets a dash attack. He knows that he can't follow up with anything, and he moves away from the Nair. Really common option. And boom, he tries to, attack right after instead. A little bit slow, but he still gets it. Actually, okay. Like most times, when this Peach player throws a turnip on the shield, he likes to wave dash back. I can't swear exactly with Luigi just because I have so little experience with the character, but I would like to see you at least test challenging this in friendlies and see how it goes. I'm pretty sure you can sneak in and at least threat the Peach. With Marth, I feel like they can always do that against like pretty defensive options, unless you dash away and like keep going away the entire time. Getting a grab. Ooh. A little bit slow, but overall a pretty interesting idea. Also, like the high turnip, getting under, getting past, and then attack on the other side. If you did this half a second earlier, that would have been so hard for the Peach to play around. Now I feel like the Peach player very clearly could have avoided, but probably was not very experienced with the situation and tried to attack you and had to eat damage for it. Yeah. Another time, what we talked about earlier. Here, now you can't connect any thirder. Most likely, or I think you should use drift, try to drift back here, get away from the situation, be happy with the 26 damage you got. But if you're not going to drift back, you should at least buffer shield here. If you buffered shield, sure, Peach would have an aerial on shield, but that's much better than getting attacked straight away. I wonder if you might be able to get an up smash out of shield in time here. That's just an idea that crossed my mind. Don't quote me on that working for sure. I think it's worth testing out. I think it's worth testing out. Might work. At least on certain like heights and timings. Very, very questionable recovery here. I feel like when you do the side Bs with Luigi, you do not want to land, or like, you don't want your side B to finish in a slot where it's really easy for Peach to hit you. So I feel like in this scenario, what you most likely should have done was charging it a lot and aim for the ledge, for example, or barely above maybe as a mix-up. But this one is really easy. Like here, 5 Smile should have been hitting you for sure. So basically what I'm saying is that when you release your side B, you should land in a position where it's harder for Peach to actually hit you.
Okay. What's up, everyone? It's Beard. I'll take some of Ned's half mile. Game 1, 50.
Oh no, that could have been an up smash. Alright, let's see how the edge card goes. Good. Take the positioning. Honestly, I'll probably just rather do backers with Luigi. It will take a little bit more time to kill, but I feel like it would be easier than the fair. Partly because if you do backers, you have access to grabbing the ledge because you're turned the right direction to grab the ledge. And also the move is out for so long. Yeah, now here, yeah, you just end up in the wrong timing and positioning altogether. I like that better. I like that better. This time, I think you noticed that you couldn't get like under in time, and you don't want to get into a position where you shield, so you get out of range, then you go back in, and now you turn it into like an advantage for you. So how you position yourself and how you like engage in these turnip situations, really, really important. Yeah, no, you keep jumping out of shield every time. Every time. Jump out of shield. Yeah. You need to get out of that habit. Yeah, that was again jumping out of shield. It's actually costed you quite a bit. Not only in terms of damage, but also sometimes in terms of like stage positioning and stuff. Oh, that was the ledge sash up buffer roll in again. Looked like he was. Oh. Alright, that's game one. Yeah, now this is also something I actually mentioned on my last set review with Luigi included as well, is that for me personally, when I play against Luigi, I feel like one thing when I played against Vist that made him pretty tricky to play against was that he mixed up his wave dash lengths a lot. So when you wave dash with Luigi, you don't always have to go like maximal distance. Because when you wave dash, you can't do anything for about 10 frames, I think it is. Which means that when Luigi does a wave dash, that means like he can't do anything for a while. And if you always go like full distance or close to full distance in, you often get to eat an aerial. I think the 10 frames might have, like, it probably did pass here. I guess I could go back and check, but doesn't really matter. The point is that mixing up your wave dash lengths, tricking the Peach to like aerial early, it's trickier for Peach to get free hits against Luigi. So that's something, as I said, I felt like was tricky to play against Vist because he mixed up the lengths. I acted with my aerials early, thinking he was going to wave dash further, and instead of me getting a hit, it was hard for me to like get anything at all. Maybe I was even forced into a shield, which is good for, the other player. So wave dash like down, wave dash very slightly forward. Like all these kind of different lengths can be really crucial in this matchup, I think. Yeah, no. Please stop. Please stop jumping out of shield. And I'm not saying that in a way of trying to be mean. It's just like pointing it out because you do it every time. And I hope me pointing it out so much means that you will make an effort in terms of, oh, that was sick, in terms of improving it. That could have been so cool. It was still pretty cool though. In this scenario, you how do you say, the spot dodge that is coming here indicates that you did think that the grab was going to reach. That's also really important to know the specific spacings. This would not have grabbed. So having this perfect spacing and shield is really important to bait out grabs. You can see Spaceys doing that often. Mango, for example, drifting back with an aerial, baiting a shield grab, and then boom, forward smash in their face. So that's really important. Now you do not get a punish just because you thought that you were still in the range for grab. Ooh, I like the attempt. But this up B out of shield, if Peach gets the weak hit of dash attack, like spacing it, then she's not going to be in range. If she gets a strong dash attack and shield, then she will be every time. This was really good, like, spacing on the nair in terms of horizontal range. But when Peach do these kind of things, wave dash towards her and attack her right away can be really good. That's also something Mango is good at. And yes, Peach, like, wave dash towards her and then, like, back her, for example. Yeah, lunge touch up, buffer roll. Yeah. Now, as you can see here, the distance between you guys, not very far horizontally, and you also act very early, and instead you get hit. Would that have reached? No. Maybe. Well, you got the punish anyway. Okay, this doesn't apply to you in this situation, but for like the Peach player here, if you whiff a grab, for example, this can apply to everyone. Like if you whiff a grab or something like that, either CC or buffer shield is the best thing you can do. Buffer shield, like you get into like defense on the first possible frame, or CC if what they attack with is like crouch cancelable, to turn it into your own punish. That's something Luigi King uses a lot. Like he whiffs a grab with Mar, for example, he runs up grab, he misses, they attack with like an early nair, for example, with Fox, and he just grabs again, like CC grab. So that can be really good when you whiff something that has a lot of cooldown. Wave dash up, or ledge dash, buffer roll. Ooh. Again. I like this one. Instead of like necessarily having to challenge on the platform, you just take center stage, so you have a good stage positioning. You went a little bit too far in my opinion, so you gave away a little bit of your advantage again by letting Peach get back to like the middle. But the idea of going under and just taking stage can be really, really important in Melee. Because the more stage you have, the more like options you have available. Ooh. Ooh. no! No, what happened? That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Ooh. That's a good idea, I liked it. You didn't quite capitalize on it enough though. Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier as well. Foul smile, he knows he can't get a punish. The Luigi nair, really common. This time he noticed that he probably won't get away from the situation, is probably what he realized. So he used shields instead, and now he gets a grab. So for you as Luigi, you can like fall down and like tomahawk grab, for example. You just fall down and then grab. You can also wiggle out of tumble, just like, you know, moving the control stick back and forth. You don't have to do it like that, but it's an easy way of getting out at least. That's good, that's good. Instead of directly trying to challenge right away, you try to come in as Peach landed. That's hard because of like float cancel and stuff, but sometimes that can be a good idea to do as well. Here you should have noticed that you can't get any follow-up. Instead, you still try to go for it, and now it's easier for Peach to get above you, since you already drifted forward. If you didn't, you could have been in the middle of the platform right now, and given yourself a better situation to edgeguard Peach. But now Peach kind of got back for free. Yeah, I would say be pretty careful with these fireballs as well. I'm pretty sure he could use the backward through and hitting you as well. So be careful with these. It's kind of like when Doc is throwing a pill and you back her through the pill and hit Doc as well. It did turn out good for you, but that doesn't mean that I approve of the option. So yeah, be careful with them if they're close by. Oh no. Ooh, the misfire. Let's go. Alright, but yeah, I feel like we did cover a lot in this set, to be honest. Like wave dash angles, how to edge guard. Actually, yeah, I feel like we went over a lot. So Angler, I do hope you enjoyed this set review, and for everyone else as well that was watching. But yeah, feel free to ask questions now.